And we are now live on our side-by-side channel. Hello, everybody from all over the world. We always look forward for this week's session, the rule session. We continue our session in the technical fencing rulebook, and we're going to be looking at T73. Hello, Monsieur Ferjani, زي حضرتك.
السلام عليكم. هاي بونجور. على طول نبداو نعاودوا التي 73. اوكي نعاودوا نذكروا به. شفنا نقطتين او ثلاثه. هو ما يخص الادوات ماهيش القانونيه. لما ديما نقراو في التي 73 الادوات ماتيريال نون ريغلومونتير. اوكي.
Okay, so we're going to be looking at T73 today, and the T73 is discussing the equipment that and its marking and its armory check. Let's share our document here.
Okay.
Yes.
Donc, we can repeat quickly the A, B, C, please.
Excellent. I will read T73. If when a fencer appears on the piste or during a bout, it is established that the equipment used by the fencer, A, does not bear the marks applied at the preliminary check, the referee will annul the last hit, if any, scored by the fencer at fault.
هنا لاحظوا اللي يمكن أثناء المباراة لما بعض الأحيان الحكم يتفطن الكنترول مارك مش موجودة بعد ما يصير في الماتش يبدأ. فلاحظت اللي علاش ينحي آخر لمسة. معناها هو المفروض قبل المباراة يشيك على كل المارك دو كنترول في الوبن وفي الماسك وفي الكراس، لكن هنا يقول لك نحي آخر لمسة. معناها يمكن الحكم ما يشيكش من الأول، يتفطن في وسط الماتش. في الحالة هذه كذلك يلزم يشيك، وإذا اللاعب اللي أدى لمسة وضع لمسة هو اللي ما في عندوش مارك دو كنترول مارك يلغي له آخر لمسة.
Okay, this is a very important mark he is highlighting, is that the referee, if they missed the checking of all the equipment before the bout, during the bout, he can stop the bout and annul the last touch, even if it's during the bout. He cannot identify the mark. تفضل Monsieur Ferjani.
During the match, he forgot to when he started, he forgot to check all the control mark. During the match, he must, if he checks something, he must stop the match and penalize.
Yes. So during the bout, if he finds that he missed one of the marks, the last touch will be annulled. If any were hit, the last touch will be annulled and cancelled if during the bout the referee found out that he missed one of the marks.
Of course, he cancelled the touch of the guy who do the mistake.
Yes. Yes. طبعا هيلغي اللمسة للمبارز اللي كان عنده الخطأ اللي ما عندوش المارك أو التشيك بتاع الأدوات. So of course he will cancel the touch of the faulted fencer, that the one that his equipment is faulted by not having the preliminary check mark.
Okay, I'll continue quickly. B.
Okay. So B does not conform to the rules in a way not covered by the preliminary check. The referee will penalize him as specified in Article T158, 162, 166, and 170.
For example, for the curve.
Yes.
So
yes.
Yellow card. Yeah.
This is an example of the curvature of the blade that can happen, and he can be penalized for it during the bout. C has been passed by the preliminary check, but it is fraudulent.
Yes, it's fraudulent too. Okay.
Yes.
The D. Okay.
D bears the mark on the preliminary check, which have been imitated or transferred.
Excuse me, don't forget this D, yeah, because there's some problem in this rule. Okay,
yes.
we continue.
Oh yes, always have a افتكروا كويس قوي على النقطة دي لأن في غلطة هنرجع لها تاني. So always look at this point. E has been willfully altered, i.e. in a manner other than by accidental cause or by condition during the bout, so that it would not pass the preliminary check. Willfully altered.
Yeah. Then after we
F,
now, yeah.
Okay. F has been altered in any
I
way.
can give you the example here.
تفضل طبعا.
Okay, for the E. We spoke about this the last course. If we change the position of the guard after control mark, okay?
Yes.
many persons هيغيروا البوزيشن بتاع الجارد بتاع الكوكي خاصة في اللي بي يغير ولا في الفويل يكسروها يعوجوها كثير بعد المارك بعد ما تتعدى على الكنترول.
One of the things that we have discussed last session is the alteration from the épée fencers, or for example, épée fencers where they change the position of their bell guards, and this would be an alteration that he should be penalized too.
Yeah, okay.
F has been altered in any way to allow recording of the hits or the non-functioning of the apparatus at all.
Yes, in épée, many yes. Sometimes we found this fault in épée weapon. Okay.
Yeah. So the highest rates are from the épée weapon that were caught. Okay. G is equipped with electronic communication equipment permitting a person of the piste to communicate with the fencer during the bout. Then in case C, E, F, and G above, the referee must immediately confiscate the equipment, weapon, body wire if necessary, conductive jacket, mask, protective under armor, plastron, breeches, etc., and have it examined by the expert on duty.
Okay, here you check, we don't see the D, we see the C, E, F, and G. It's correct?
So no, we're missing the D, and we've mentioned it last time. D is missing.
Yeah.
Oh, D is missing, you guys.
Yeah. Okay. دونك هنا نساو باش يضعوا الدية. ليش؟ حنشوفها بعدين في الباراجراف 2 في الكاتيليوم جروب موجوده في التابلو فوتي سانكشن دي لكن هنا زاده ناسيينها. اوكي نكملوا الباراجراف. اوكي
we will get back to point D. It is present in the cards table, but it is not present here. It's considered a typo, but we're coming back to it later. Point number 2, after having obtained the opinion of the expert, a member of the semi committee at the fencing events at the Olympic Games and at the World Championship, who has established the facts, the referee will apply the following sanctions without prejudice to application of Article T137(2)/4. In case C, E, F, and G, the referee will penalize him as specified for offenses of the 4th group.
Yes, if we go to the tableau sanction T170, we can find the D, but here they forgot to put the D. If you go to the Catalan group for okay, you can find material for attention the number 2, I think, no number.
Yep.
Yeah. Donc the number 2. Fraude, marque d'acceptation de contrôle imité ou déplacé. Yeah. Then this sanction exists for group. And here, then the rule, we forgot to put the D with the C, between C and E. Okay?
Yes, so yes, that's a great reminder one more time. And Lisa, yes, you are correct. It is missing, it is included in the table, but it is not included in the article. So it is a missing point. We would call it a typo.
Normal sanction for black card.
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
اوكي نرجع تاني T73.
Okay, now
هنا
is that
تفضل.
yes, number 3. Okay, you can directly
Okay.
to
While awaiting the decision of the referee, the bout will be suspended, but the other bouts in the pool may continue.
in the pool, okay? In the pool.
تمام
But in the
جدا.
elimination direct, it's not easy to continue. Okay? Because
So it's easier, yeah, for the pools to continue. البولات بتكمل بس the direct elimination cannot be continued. It is more difficult. In pools do continue the remaining bouts, but this bout should be suspended.
Of course, because before starting the 32, we must finish 64. No possible to continue with the 32 if we don't finish the 64. Then we have to wait.
And again, this is a reminder for bout committees and directoire techniques and their training. So you shouldn't proceed to the second round, for example, table of 32, before finishing the table of 64. So you should take every tableau at a time and then finish the round, then continue to the round after that.
Okay. Okay, then
yes.
It's clear now. We continue with the T75. Okay, you remember we spoke about T64 last time.
74. Yep.
No.
So T7.
75 now. Because we finished with the 74 with their big difference.
Yep, the
There's some difference between between T74 and M25, I think. There's some difference. Okay. Here we speak about all the competition, FIE competition, but in M25, I think on the material we speak for the junior, not for the junior. There's some difference. Okay.
Yes.
You remember, there's some difference between this article and the material in the material article. It's another thing in G. Excuse me. G, yes. Yes. Okay. You remember we speak about this?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, yes. So we have already discussed the T74 before and its comparison in the material. So this part in the technical is highlighted in T74, but it is present in the material T25. We're assuming. We can look here T25.
53.
Let's quickly look.
No, I think 33. I think. Yes, and G here. No, before 20. I think 28. Before.
Okay.
I think 28. We spoke about G, les dessins, la couleur. No.
In my notes, 25. I think it's 25. I agree with you.
25G.
Let's look. Yes, right here we found it. Right there. So 25G is the comparison between in the technical, it is a T74, and in the material, it's M25G. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. Okay. Excellent. So the next point we're going to is the T75, number 1. If the conductive jacket does not conform to the rules, the fencer must put on a spare jacket that does conform to the rules. If this jacket does not have his name, nationality on the back, the fencer has until the next stage of the competition, from the pools to the table of 64, or the table 64 to the table 32 to get his name and nationality printed on it. If this is not done, except in case of force majeure, the referee will eliminate the fencer from the event in question.
Okay. Here we speak about size. If the size is not good, sometimes the referee يطلب اللاعب باش يغير الجاكيت، خاصة الالكتريك جاكيت. اوكي؟ في الفويل والصابر. في الحالة هذه لما ياخذ جاكيت أخرى ما فيهاش اسمه، لكن ما فيش بيناليتي حتى. اما احنا لما في البولات يخليه يلعب ويغير الجاكيت، لكن في الاليميناسيون ديريكت يكون عنده جاكيت بالاسم، موجود اسمه واللوجو. اوكي.
Okay, so this is a reminder that the referee, when they notice in the size, like an incorrect or a not so conform fit of the jacket, or even the vest or the lame, he requests from the fencer to change it during rounds from the pools to the table, or from the table 64 to the table 32, for example. The fencer is requested to change the jacket and get a better fit, or a better fit for the jacket or the lame or the vest.
Okay, the same thing for number 2. You can.
Yes, if an item of a fencer's clothing bearing the name and nationality or the national logo becomes dangerous, e.g., for example, a tear, burst, seam, the fencer must put on a spare clothing which conforms to the rules. If this clothing does not conform to the regulations or doesn't bear the name and nationality or the national logo, the fencer has until the next stage of the competition to get them printed on it. If this is not done, and except in cases of force majeures, the sanctions specified in T74 is applied.
Okay, المشكل هنا القانون يتكلم اذا الجاكيت مش كويسه، متقطعت او صغيره في السايز، لازم تغيرها وتاخذ واحده من غير اسم. وبعد تطبعها، خاطر هنا يقول لك لي فير امبريمي. لكن المشكله الكبيره اللي موجوده توا، اكثر اللعيبه يتسلفوا جاكيت باسم اخر، اسم زميله. في الحاله هذه القانون ما يتكلمش على النقطه هذه.
So for them to get a spare jacket, it was understandable for them to not have the name on it and try to print it within the next round. But the rules doesn't mention where they borrow a jacket with someone else's name on it. It is not mentioned in the rules. What is the application if they borrow someone else's jacket with someone else's name on it?
Of course. علاش؟ على خاطر اكثر الاحيان ياخذ جاكيته نتاع زميله اللي بعد اسم اخر، اسهل من اللي يروح يشتري. في بعض الاحيان ما فيش شكون يطبع او يبيع الجاكيتات الجديده، فهمت؟
Yes, but it is requested by the next round that he puts his name on it. But like it's mentioned, not all tournaments have a place to have their names printed on it. So he has to identify a way to be able to put his name and the flag of his country on his jacket.
اوكي، لكن في كثير الاحيان نتركوه يلعب. معناها ونسيمين ناخذوا القانون هذا تي 75 وفي اكثر الاحيان نخليه يلعب لما يكون في البوله، لكن في ال 64 يلزم يكتب جاكيته اخرى. في اكثر الاحيان تصير فورس ماجور، معناها مش موجود البرانتد، لكن نخليه يكمل. اوكي.
So they can get an exception, or just to continue the stage or the round that they're at, like the pools, but it is definitely needed when they go into the second round and applying the rules by writing their names on it.
Okay. Some questions?
Do you guys have any questions? They're all nodding their heads. No, no, no. We're all good. So we're to the next point.
Okay, we start with the foil. Yes, Lisa.
Let me turn on her mic, Lisa. Lisa?
So my question is simple. The DT can override this. In the States, we've got a tournament for Junior Olympics, and a lot of times snow makes people not have their right equipment. So I just was wondering if that happens internationally, like that, because like nobody gets their own equipment because of the snow, and the DT says, oh, you have to have a name, doesn't have to be your name. I'm just wondering if that happens internationally.
Yes, the DT can decide.
Okay.
Okay, of course. It's a decision of DT, not for the decision of referee, delegate, no. Always it's a DT qui decide for the force majeure.
Oh, okay, great, thank you.
Exception.
Okay.
So thank you, Lisa, for this very good question. Again, exceptions can be made, but the exceptions are made by the BOUT committee in the United States, or the Directoire Technique, the DT, and everywhere in the world. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you. Okay, we start with the foil. The foil is a convention weapon.
Okay.
الفرق ما بين الكونفنشن ويبن وما بين الايبي. الايبي مين اللي يولع القوانين؟ طبعا ما فيش قانون، لكن الفويل والصابر فيه كونفنشن، فيه اتفاقيه. اللي هاجم يلزم الخصم يكون الخصم يعمل باراد ولا اسكيف.
Okay, so in épée, the hit is considered more simple just by the hit of the tip. In the foil and saber, there's a convention, there's an agreement on how the hit is made, whether it's an offense or a defense, considering the action that they're doing. And that's the difference between the right-of-way weapon, foil and saber, and the non-right-of-way weapon, which is épée.
What's the convention weapon? The convention between the organizer who do the first rule, and they decide initiative d'attack. If we start attack, you have to the parade or esquive.
So considering the definition of the convention or the agreement and the convention is between the fencer who made the action and the referee who judges the action and decide what was the definition of the action and how it was made.
هي اتفاقية موجود، عملوا قانون، هو اتفاقية وعملوا ضوابط مين عنده الأولوية ومين يلزم يعمل الباراد، مين يعمل الريبورت، كلها مكتوب، معناها اتفاقيه في اتفاقيه اتفقنا على.
And this agreement is decided upon in the rule book. It's written, it's highlighted, and it is identified in the rule book. It's like the law of fencing in the rule book.
في الإبي ما فيش كونفنشن. تهجم ما تهجمش يلزمك انت تنور قبل ما ينور الخصم نتاعك.
Yes, it is whoever gets the hit first, whoever gets the point. So it doesn't matter if he is attacking or not attacking. If it's a hit, it will be recorded, and if it doesn't hit, I mean it doesn't hit.
Okay, then EP is not convention weapon. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Excuse me, it's easy, but I repeat. Okay, then لو تقرأ T 76 quickly.
Yes, sir. A method of making a hit in T76, the foil is a thrusting weapon only. Offensive actions with this weapon are made, therefore, only with the point. Pushing or letting drag the point of the electric weapon on the electric piste is forbidden during the actual bout between play and halt. Placing the weapon on the piste at any time to straighten it is also forbidden. Any breaking of these rules will be punished according to Articles T158, 162, T165, and T170.
Here, you see, there are two faults, two different faults. One fault between alley and alt. The second fault is all during when you are on the piste, before alt, after alt. Okay, there are two different. ثم غلطتين هنا. الغلطة الأولى لما تكركر السيف على فوق البيست، خاطر لما تكون فيه وسخة نجم تولع الإبي ولا الفوي نجم يولع. هذه الغلطة الأولى ما بين الآلي والآلت. الغلطة الثانية لما تصلح السيف نتاعك على البيست حتى قبل الآلي. معناها التوقيت نتاع اثنين غلطات هذوما فرقة واحدة. اللي كومون ترينينج بالانجليزي
تمرين او
الاولى. الغلطه الاولانيه هي placing the weapon on the piste and any time to straighten. Yes. هذه straighten. هذه الغلطه ما بين الالي والالت. اوكي. والغلطه الثانيه any breaking of this rule will be punished according to the article. اوكي.
اوكي سو الارتكل دي يا جماعه بت ايدنتيفاي او بتوضح نقطتين. في هنا غلطتين اللاعب ممكن يعملهم. الغلطه الاولانيه التايمنج بتاعها كمان مختلف، ده بتوين الريدي فنس او ال بري الالي والهالت.
هي pushing or letting. اوكي.
يس
pushing or letting drag هذيك ما بين الالي والالت. اوكي.
يبقى ممكن يبقى انا بجرجر السيف او اللامه او البوانتا على الارض، يا اما انا بزقها لقدام، او اي جرجره من اي نوع تلامس البوانتا على الارض. So in English, the first point is dragging the weapon between the fence and the halt at any point during this time, whether it's by force or it's just by pulling or pushing or dragging. This is considered a penalty and a fault. The other point is at any time, even if it's practice or in preparation or after the halt, is straightening the weapon is forbidden at any time on strip, straightening the weapon on the piece or the metal strip or the actual fencing strip. ففي أي وقت السيف يتعدل على الأرض ده ممنوع على البيست، داخل البيست المبارزة ده ممنوع في أي وقت، بس الثانية ممنوعة ما بين الآلي والهالت.
الأولى ما بين الآلي والهالت.
الأولى تمام.
اوكي. الثانية لما تصلح السيف على البيست في كل وقت تاخذ يلو كارت. اوكي. الغلطين هذوما يلو كارت. اوكي.
Okay. These both are yellow cards for these two faults.
It's clear, huh?
Yes.
No question. Okay. Okay. And come donc bon.
The target limitation of the target T77.
It's not necessary.
لا مش ممتع.
No, mais c'est pas tellement intéressant. Everybody know.
And the picture بوضحها, so yeah. This is not an important point, and the picture is highlighting it.
Okay.
Hits off the target. دي برضو برا.
Yes. لا اقراها هذه مهمة.
اقراها. حاضر. Hits off the target T78. A hit which is made on a part of the body other than the target, whether directly or as a result of a parry, or which arrives following a fencing fault or after going over the lateral boundary of the piste with both feet. It is not conducted as a valid hit, but stops the fencing phrase and annuls any subsequent hit.
Yes. Yes. I understand something now. Hit of the target. Any non-valable. Because in French, when we speak about non-valable, many times we speak when we touch the leg, when we touch the mask, and it's I prefer hit of the target. It's better in English. Okay. Sometimes I discover something.
I think this is the first time for you, Monsieur Ferjani, to like the English phrase rather than the French phrase.
Je ne sais pas si Florence elle est d'accord avec moi, mais parce que non valable en français, c'est toujours on parle de quand on touche la jambe, le bras. Ok, ici c'est.
Yeah,
so c'est très important. C'est une explication. هذه أنا تكلمت كثير في النقاش كثير باش وضعنا الباراجراف هذا.
في سؤال عندنا سؤال من عادل، خلينا عايزة هو اللي يسأله. هو راح فين اهو.
مسيو فرجاني، انا بس بكونفيرم ان هو احنا ال T78 بتقول ان بنلغي اي حاجه بتيجي بعد الانفاليد تاتش، دي بتبقى للعيب نفسه، لكن لو اللعيب المنافس اخذ باراد او اللمسه فاليد بالنسبه له هتتحسب عادي.
طبعا لما انا نهجم هنا مشكله، خاطر هنا يقول لك نون فالابل.
هو بيقول انه بيلغي اي سبسيكوينت هيت، اي حاجه بتيجي بعدها بتتلغي.
ليش؟ خاطر هنا نطبق الكونفنشن. انا لما انت تهجم، انا نعمل باراد، نخرج برجلين اثنين out of the piste with the 2 feet and I do my riposte, valable or not valable, and you continue with the remise. In this case we said attack, parade, riposte, touche or non valable but out of the piste, and we stop the match. We don't give for the remise. You understand me? Okay, because we have to apply the convention. Okay, هذا الحاجة اللي احنا عايزين نفهمه.
Okay, so Adil was asking about the phrasing of this sentence because it said annul any subsequent hit. He just wanted to confirm and highlight that this any is for the same fencer, not for the opponent. So if the opponent lands a valid touch, his valid touch will be counted. So this is just a confirmation on the phrasing that this any is for the identified fencer that had the non valable, which Monsieur Ferjani actually prefers the off target in English phrasing.
Or yes, أنا هنا okay, surface non valable, okay.
Oui.
C'est valable, we apply, نطبق القانون.
Yes.
Okay. أنا j'ai insisté، أنا حاولت نفسر النقطة هذه T78 في الفايل وفي السابر كذلك، حتى أي لمسة ما تتحسبش، لكن هي في الكونفنشن هي عندها بريوريتي. لما أنت تهجم وأنا نعمل باراد الريبوست نتاعي ما يحسبهاش الحكم. أنا عملت غلطة، ما عملت بيدي، خرجت برجلين اثنين، في الحالة هذه الرميز نتاع اللي عمل الهجمة ما تتحسبش. قالت ما نحسبش اللمسة نتاعي لكن ما تكملش، معناها مشكل عليها ما صارتش اللمسة، صارت ماهيش محسوبة على خاطرها غلطة، لكن توقف الفراز دارم. اوكي.
So his explanation, he's insisting that the touch, the convention has to be applied. So if it was a proper valid remise for the opponent, yes, it will be counted. But if the convention or the action was for his non valable or the off target would be the last point, and the other point will not be counted if another point landed. So it is just a continue of the convention and the right of way of the action to land the touch if he is officially valid.
Yes, in T78, there are two possibilities: surface non valable, out of the target, or touch with faute de combat. Two things. If you T78, yes.
So T78 highlights a few points. It's if the touch is anywhere beside the target, if it's off target, or if it arrives following a fencing fault. So it highlights a few points. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
They stop the match, they stop the FRASDAR, but we don't give the touch, okay? Okay, we continue. Some question, but it's not easy. The explication is clear.
You guys are good? Good nodding heads. Yep, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah. Extension of the valid target, T79. At foil, it is forbidden to protect the target area or to substitute another part of the body for the target area by covering it. Any hits scored by the fencer at fault is annulled.
Yes, of course, it's a normal substitution or couverture. It's a yellow card, and we cancel the touch for the guy who do this mistake. Okay, we continue the A.
Okay. If during the fencing phase there is protection or substitution of a valid surface, the fencer at fault will be penalized as specified for offenses of the first group, the yellow card. If during the fencing phase as a result of protection or substitution of a valid...
Why we repeat always? Why? If during the fencing phrase. Why? Special for this fault, always. We spoke about this problem. If during the fencing phrase is during the attack, during the parade riposte. But if I have 4 meters between me and my opponent, and if I do this substitution, is nothing. You cannot penalize me if the distance is very big. But during the fencing phrase, only during the fencing phrase, you have to penalize me if I do this. Okay.
فالإعادة للتأكيد، الجملة بتتكرر ليه؟ للتأكيد إنها خلال الجملة الحركية للسلاح، يعني مش ما يبقوش بعيد 4 مترات، يبقوا في خلال الأكشن. So it is repeated to emphasize the rule. It is during the fencing phrase, during the action, not 4 meters away or apart from each other.
I give you another example, for example.
Okay.
You have to penalize me if the distance is very big. إذا نصلح السيف نتاعي على البيست، أو إذا نلمس الإلكتريك ماتيريال، حتى ولو الديستانس بعيدة، الحكم يقول ALT ويعطيني يلو كارت. لكن هنا لا، هنا الغلطة substitution يلزم تكون during the FRASDAR, the fencing phrase.
A great explanation of a few examples. So other faults, like touching the electric equipment, like the body cord or fixing the body cord, or for example, fixing the weapon on strip during, like even if it's 4 meters away, it is a fault. It doesn't need to be during a fencing action, but here it only happens if it's during the fencing action, if you have a coverage of a targeted area during the fencing action.
Okay, then don't forget the fault. There are many timing of this fault. Not all at the same time, but between alley and alt or during the FRASDAR or the big distance. No, there are many different conditions for any fault.
We have a question in the chat here. لو اللعيب وطى يعني وطى عمل esquive and the opponent hit the mask, ده بتعتبر ان هو substitution, so we can give him the hit or not. يعني دلوقتي لو اللعيب بعيد بس وطى، بس اللي قدامه عقبال ما قرب خبط الماسك.
هنشوف فيلم، هنشوف الفيديو الاسكيف قانونيا موجوده في الكونفنشن. لما ما تنزلش الماسك، ما تغطيش بالماسك، فانت دائما في امور حتى ولو تضع يدك على البيست. اوكي.
So there is a specific rule for the esquive or the malposition or the down dodging. There's a specific rule for it, and today we will watch a video explaining the details of this position. He will explain it more, even if he dodges, if he's far away, and even if he's touching the strip. So it's just, it has a whole different scenario on its own.
Okay, we stop the theory and we go to the video if we like. Okay, now.
Yes, yeah. Okay. He will show us the video right now.
OK. Cela
Yes.
arrête.
اتفضل حضرتك.
D'autres, voulez-vous continuer? OK. We continue. OK. OK. You hear me, huh?
Yes, we hear you well. حضرتك تحب الفيديو يبقى ليه صوت ولا حضرتك لو تعمل كانسل وتعمل تشيك للمربع، فاكر اللي هو المربع اللي تحت؟
مش
Yes.
مشكل، خلي تبعنا.
خلاص ما فيش. اوكي.
شوف، اوكي هذه اسكيف. شفتها اسكيف قانونيه، معناها ما فيش مشكل لو تعمل اسكيف like this is a normal position and
this is a legal position. And yes, I'm getting in the chat, Pilario, it is hilarious. Women foil, it's one of my favorite too. What about covering with the legs? Another question in the chat, very good question, thank you. هو ده يعتبر ان الرجل مخبية التارجت؟
لا.
Okay, no, the legs is not covering. اتفضل.
No, الماسك موجودة في حالة عادية. الماسك لما الماسك تكون موجودة أو اليد موجودة بعيدة، في الحالة هذه السكيف قانونية. Okay, we can have another example if we put this.
Yes.
We continue. Okay, it's Article 22. Nothing. Okay, another. No. Okay, now here we speak about another thing. Who started the attack here? Here we speak about initiative attack. Who started the attack? It's very important. In FOIL, the referee must detect who started the attack. Here, you have.
So it's very important. The referee has to judge who initiated the attack, who started the attack. مين ابتدى الاتاك هنا؟ مين اللي بادي؟ مين اللي بدا الحركة؟ دي الديوتي بتاعت الحكم انه يايدنتيفاي ازاي مين اني لعيب اليمين ولا الشمال هو اللي ابتدى الاكشن.
Okay, I repeat.
اتفضل.
Who starts here? Left or right?
You guys, come on, give me some answers in the chat room.
The referee said a guy from right, lady from right. You agree with him?
And I have right, left.
we repeat with the slow motion.
Left, right. So right, and left. What do you think? Slow motion. Continuation, right? And
What do you think?
left.
It's not easy.
Okay, it is not easy.
It's not easy, but if you are a good referee,
the first attack.
The lady from left start with the hand, and the lady from right do attack dans l'attaque. Elle fait l'attaque dans l'attaque. C'est très important. You have to check the hand.
So you guys, it is very important to identify the hand as well. Who started the hand movement as well? Because I have left stop the first attack. هم عايزينك تعيدها تاني وتشرحها تاني.
Yes,
please.
Yes. Définition de l'attaque. L'attaque must start with not this. Okay. No. What do you think?
French girl is just reacting.
Okay, we continue. No problem. Yes, it's for me. It's attack initiative. Attack, the very clear الونج معناها تقييدها كويس، اللعبه اللي عشتها حنشوف كثير اغلاط هنا. لا ديستانس هنا لونغارد.
So yeah, let me just tell them the right answer عشان يبقوا عارفين. So Monsieur Ferjani's explanation for this action, it is a very simple allonge fonte, so it is attack from the left. The attack is from the left, so
I have to stop the exactement.
So look at, she started, she extended, she finished, she landed, and she got the touch.
And the lady from right do counter-attack. Elle fait attaque dans l'attaque. It's not easy, but
it is not an easy action, but it is clear with the slow motion. So attack during the attack. So
yeah.
See, during the attack, I have in the chat room, this needs a foil fencer to be able to identify it. It just needs practice. هي محتاجة تدريب. أنا شايفة إن هو لا أنا يعني مسيو صالح I would say إن الناس لما تشوف الحركات المظبوطة كتير هتعرف الصح من الغلط. So what I'm saying is the referee, the more he sees, the more he will gain experience and he will have it stick in his mind. It can be attack and preparation.
Here the referee do 5 mistakes.
واو. الحركة هنا الحكم عمل 5 غلطات. مسيو فرجاني لو نعمل بوز I have a question. فهي اللمسة اللي فاتت الاكسيون اللي فات بيقولوا so هو يعتبر attack and preparation.
ما فيش كلمة preparation. What's preparation? Preparation is not action. Either attack or counter-attack or parade riposte. Preparation, hand, no, good, nothing. No, don't exist.
ازاي الحكم يقول الجملة؟ يعني ايه هي الجملة اللي هيجادج بيها الحكم؟
Attack, initiative d'attack from left. Attack start from left. Why the attack start from left? We have to start with the hand. If you check the rule, you cannot find the word speedy. Don't exist. The rule speak about the correct action, not the speedy. No, don't exist speedy. You can check all the rules.
طيب يا جماعة القانون ما بيجيبش سيرة سرعة الاتاك خالص، بيجيب ابتدى ازاي وابتدى منين. So it would be just a simple attack from the left. It will not be attack in preparation or attack during attack. It will be just attack left or attack à gauche.
أهم حاجة هي الكونتينيوتي de l'attaque. معناها you don't stop during the attack. Don't stop the action. Okay? Very important. Don't stop.
يبقى الحركة إن الحركة متكملة أو الحركة كاملة من غير توقف، دي أهم حاجة. The continuation of the action is the most important part. It is not. It shouldn't be stopped in the middle. اتفضل.
Please. It's very, very difficult match. Okay, I know. You see, attack from left, the lady from right try to close the distance and do some counter-attack. But the clear attack, the clear initiative attack come from left.
Again, for this touch, it is attack left. the right fencer tried to oppose it, but it is very clear to be attack left. ده attack من الشمال. اتفضل.
I repeat the last time. You see the hand. It's very difficult, very not easy action. The lady from right, he wait and اللعبة اللي على اليمين il y a une action and reaction. Action from left and reaction from right. Any reaction. But the lady from left do exactly action, exactly good action, correct action, like the rule. She start with hand, we continue with font in English.
Yes, launch. So you guys, this highlights again the direct attack from the left side. The right fencer is reacting to the left-sided fencer.
He must from left.
So again, this should be attack no valable or attack off target from the left side.
Who start here?
And she is the action, and the left side and the right side is the reaction.
Exactly, the right side do exactly the same reaction always.
And it is repeated in the same bout, and he has highlighted that the referee done 5 mistakes or 5 touches in this bout.
It's esquive. It's normal action here, okay?
Again, if you guys have...
If we don't do the parade with the mask...
So same action. This is a legal esquive with the head. They're not defending with the head. This is a legal esquive. Attack the gauche, attack from the left. Again, he identifies it as the action, and the right side is the reaction.
Okay, one foot up.
So this is the explanation of the T78 when they have 1 foot out of the strip.
Another esquive, normal action.
This is a legal esquive again.
Okay, we continue. Bon, نكمل بعد التيوري بكرة ولا؟
Yes, طبعا. So we will continue next week. It was a very, very interesting session today with a lot of rules going through it and video analysis. Please, you guys, if you have any questions, please share it with us. We will definitely identify them and discuss them during our sessions with the Monsieur Saleh Ferjani and everybody joining us from all over the world. Thank you so much for joining today.
We'll start with the theory next time. Okay, thank you.
Okay, very good.